Hanging with them, Redlight King, you know them from doing the Neil Young cover, Old Man, and we finally have got the guys here in the studio. I finally get to meet Redlight King. Guys, how are you?
Good, man. Good, man.
Deuce.
I gotta tell you, man, for the longest time, I knew that, you know it's hard to say Redlight King? I keep wanting to say Redline King. I mean, I know it's Redlight King, but just the way that it kind of forms in your mouth, that sounded really bad.
Where were you when we come up with the title on that one, Deuce? Come on.
So tell me about, I kind of know, but I'm going to take into account that my listeners are probably a lot like me. They're getting familiar with you just now. Yeah. Tell us a little about this Redlight King and what it is, because I guess it's more than just a name. There's something behind it, at least what I saw on YouTube when you kind of explained it.
Redlight Kings, we're a four-piece rock band. Jules and I have been playing together 10 years. We got Devin on bass and Randy Cook on drums. I started writing songs for the project 3 years ago, and I made my way down to L.A. where I'm originally from Hamilton, Ontario, which is
you're from Canada. You even won a Juno Award or something, didn't you?
Yeah, we were nominated. We lost though. First, we were runners-up. Anyways, so it's a rock band. It's a rhythm-based rock band. You can tell from the first single that it's got a bit of flow in a pocket, but it's meat and potatoes rock record, and it's got a lot of different styles of songs on there, but it's mostly just writing about the human condition and telling stories and stuff like that. So it goes deeper than just the music. So we're pretty stoked for people to hear it.
Well, the reason I brought the Juno Award is because I wanted to let people know that you guys have been around for a while.
Yeah,
you guys didn't just all of a sudden sprout up from doing a cover song.
Yeah.
That you guys
we've all been at it for a long time. Like Kaz and I have been playing for 10 years together, and just everyone in the band has been, we've been musicians for, most of our lives. So.
Right. So you guys definitely paid your dues.
Yeah.
You've gone through the gamut. Now let's talk real quick about Old Man. It's one of my most requested songs. I get a lot of people asking all the time, who is that? Is that the Neil Young cover?
Right.
And real briefly, basically, you guys had to fight for it, right? You had to fight for the right to be able to do this.
The only thing I had to fight for was to get Neil to listen to it,
which he does not really ever do.
No, he's surrounded himself with a lot of integrity and a lot of people that just won't let you go near his stuff. And he doesn't license his music out to a lot of things, and he doesn't lend any samples ever. And he's never done that. Although you're allowed to cover a song, but you're not allowed to change it. So if you record anything and make any changes, you get your ass sued. So basically, I wrote a song. It was an original song, and keep in mind the whole record's original. There's no sampling on the record at all. This is the only song that I did that with. The Neil Young song, I actually wrote a song called Hard Working Hands, and it was about my old man because I had a huge falling out with him. And then on the way home to the studio one night, from the studio, I heard Neil's song come on the record, and I thought it would be neat to sort of incorporate maybe his vocal in there hauntingly. And that led to me sort of chopping it up for the first time. And then when I did it, it was sort of a guilty pleasure. I didn't want to put it out because I thought, I didn't know how people would react. And then I slowly started playing it to a few people. My producers heard it, and they thought it was incredible. They thought it was a resurgence of the song. It was a new song. Besides speeding up the slide guitar and using a little bit of his refrain, it wasn't the chorus. We rebuilt it completely. Live drums, played all the guitars. I played the solo in it, but we did it in such a way that it was very careful and respectful of Neil. So, anyways, long story short, everyone said no, but no one listened to the song because you're not allowed to sample Neil Young. I kept fighting for Neil to hear it, and when he did hear it, he loved it and said, "Let's do it."
That's got to be pretty cool, isn't it? Like you said, because he's well known for not allowing people to change his songs to make any kind of variations to it, and for him to go, "Wow, I like it, it's awesome." That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah,
we're not just talking anybody. It's Neil Young.
No, it's Neil, and I think the song's trick. It's still got the same message. It also introduces Neil to a whole new generation of listeners, which is part of what we do. We're carrying on the tradition, and as a song.
Well, you like that '70s stuff, don't you? I've read that about you.
For sure, man. I like everything old. I like old cars. I like just Americana. When everything was made here, and the heart and soul of it. And I tried to put heart and soul in that song.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. The video for Old Man is basically kind of the character's kind of you, right?
Yeah,
I mean the kid and the father and the gearhead and all that, and into the cars and bikes.
It's a sort of reflection of my lifestyle for sure. I didn't want to make it completely literal either, you know. I wanted to sort of, you know, tell a story. It's a video, bottom line. I didn't want to make it a commercial for our band. And because it was such an intimate story in the song, I didn't want to show the band and try and rock out hard. I wanted to have, you know, the meaning.
The lyrics speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Describe the story.
I thought it was a good introduction. You know, it's not over the top. Like I said, we've been doing this a long time, and I think it's a deep record. So I think that, you know, we're going to get a lot of chances to make videos.
Now, okay, so now let's talk about your rest of your guys' music. Let's get away from the old man for a second. Like you said, you don't want people to think that that's what you guys are all about. So what else can they expect when they check out this CD? What do you think?
Well, I think the record's called Something for the Pain, and the title track, you know, it's got a total you know, dynamic to it, and I think it's really defining as a band. So I think it's something you kind of got to listen to. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel. I mean, it's very traditional songwriting.
It's a rock record.
Yeah, it's a rock record, but it's current. You know, it's current. You know, it's not. You know.
We like big guitars and big drums and
right. Well, like I listened to City Life.
Yeah.
That was one song that I did hear. And then there was another song that I checked out, and there was what I liked best. It was like between Old Man and City Life, and I'm trying to remember the other song that I heard of. I apologize, but they were all three completely different. Right. There wasn't like this one sound, which I personally like that. I don't like when the whole album sounds exactly the same.
Well, right. I mean, and the other thing is, you know, when you're playing live too, if you floor people for an hour and a half, your ears, you know, kind of go numb. So we just try to give it that dynamic, and I try to build it like an old school LP. You know, I listen to a lot of old records where they would sound, you know, different. The Clash would, you know, write totally different records, and Queen would do the same thing within a record. And so I really just wanted to write different songs, but still telling stories and going deeper beyond just the, you know, the pocket and the rhythm, the way you can feel it. So, you know, I think it's one of those records where I think it definitely grows on people, and we're out there doing our job, you know, bringing it to the people.
I also think it has a lot of different, like, because so many tracks on the album have like different meanings and like stories that are trying to be told. Like it's only appropriate that each of the tracks has their own flavor.
Redlight King. Be sure to check out their album Something for the Pain. It's in stores now, and very cool. I can't wait to check it out, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.